Hello and welcome to today's video. We're going to be looking at runway markings and how you can create your own by using a sheet of vinyl pre-cut stickers that I have made, designed and made, and I currently sell on my eBay shop. Details can be found below on where to access that shop. Basically come on a sheet, pretty much A4 size, and on there I have designed various different sections of the runway, the end markings, the centre lines, the left and right, and the runway numbers as well. This is what I'm trying to achieve. So if you see this, you've got the end markings there, you've got the number, you've got the centre line, and then you've got the three lines either side of the centre line. This is just a quick brief overview of how you actually fit these. So I've just laid an example down on the board here. Ignore the very dark black colour. Majority of runways probably won't be that dark unless it's a brand new runway in somewhere like the Middle East or somewhere like that where they've just freshly laid a new runway. So taking the section of end markings, if you cut that section out and take some masking tape, you don't want anything too sticky, kind of cheap old masking tape you can get from pound stores or dollar stores depending on where you are, and just lay strips down over the top of the vinyl face up. I was going to speed this section up just to save you, so you don't have to sit there and watch me do this, but I thought might as well do it in real time, so we can kind of chat whilst I'm doing it. So once you've laid the masking tape over the top, you will see that that is now there. You need to basically rub your finger over the top of it, basically to make sure that the vinyl is stuck to the masking tape, but not too hard that it won't unpeel. As you can see there, it's starting to catch a little bit. So lay it down again, and with your finger just press lightly over the top and make sure that the vinyl is stuck to the masking tape. This is a similar way to how people stick vinyl onto vehicles if they're doing some vehicle livery on the side. They'll basically use a similar process with tape over the top of the vinyl, just so you can actually see what you're doing when you put it in place, like I'm doing now. So what you need to have a really good eye for this, really. You need to find out where you want this to go, making sure that the edges are exactly the same, and then just lay that in place there, and then give that a rub on each of the strips, making sure that they're firmly sat in place, and then give it a good old rub again, and then finally peel off the strips, making sure that none of the vinyl comes up with the tape. It's quite satisfying doing this, to be honest. It's once you achieve that end result, it's like, oh wow, it's actually worked. I found this the best way to do it. Most people would probably just take the individual sections off the sheet itself and lay them in place, but with this way you're going to get exactly the lines in the exact spaces in between, making sure that they're all spot on where they need to be. So there we go, that's that first section done there. And then we're going to look at the runway, which is runway 33. Obviously I'm doing this upside down, so the 33 will be upside down obviously. And again, repeat the same process again, laying masking tape over the top of the vinyl letters. I'm actually going to double up in the middle there just to give it a bit of extra strength, and then one more on the far end, like so. Okay, give that a bit of a rub, make sure that the vinyl is stuck to the stickiness of the masking tape, and there we go. There we have the 3-3 stuck to the masking tape, ready to place where you need it to go on the runway. Now this can be quite tricky. Again, you need a really good eye for this. You don't want to be setting this too wonky, but if you've got a bit of an eye for it, you should be okay. And the beauty of masking tape, it's slightly see-through, so you can actually see what you're doing. Just going to try and get that right there. There we go. Rub that in place, making sure that it's firmly there. And there we go. Perfect. Now, there will be moments where if you don't stick it down too much, you'll get that. There you go. And luckily I managed to catch that. So you need to be really careful to make sure you don't tear this. I mean, this vinyl is very thin. And when it's laid down and finished in place, you'll see that there isn't too much of height to it. So it won't be obvious that it is vinyl. So there you go, that's the 3-3 in place. I've got a centre line on that sheet, so lay that in place. I've done this just by hand, by eye as well, because it's just easier. There we go. And then to finish this off, I wanted to kind of add a bit of decoration around the edges. So I'm going to stick down some strips on the side. Now this comes off just a blank white sheet of vinyl. You can buy this off eBay. Just basically type in vinyl adhesive sheets and you should get plenty pop up there. Anyway, I've cut little strips down and I shall place this as a nice border around the edge. So that's the first one in there. Like I say, it's very satisfying doing this. It's just, it saves all the hassle of having to like make sure that you paint all the blocks and the lines in exactly the same width, of exactly the same distance apart. With this method, you're guaranteed to have a runway that's going to look bang on every time. And then finally, we're just going to place one across the top to close the box off. There we go. She is. And obviously that's a bit longer than what I need. So get the craft knife and just make sure you trim that right to the edge of the line. And there we go. That's done. That's finished. So that's just a quick rough example. Obviously you can spend a bit more time on this than I have. You can make it the width longer. You can also add a yellow line going from the taxiway onto the runway so the aircraft can follow the line onto the centre line. That's basically it. Again, check my details below and you can find out where you can find my eBay shop. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be doing plenty more how-to videos coming up soon. See you later.